Hi, today we're going to go through the assembly of the 128 pocket twin spinner end cap for Ahold stores. We've taken the liberty of unpacking the 3 cartons that you will receive for this display. Carton 1's contents are shown here, basin header plate, all the hardware, pockets, etc. And we encourage you to lay it out, make sure that you have everything per the parts list and where you can identify things as you go through this. Carton number 2, the back panel, the heavy back panel plates. Carton 3, the tower skins, end panels, etc. We've got it all here ready to go. Nick's going to be putting it together. The only tool you will need to supply is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. That's the only tool you'll need throughout this assembly. All right, Nick, take us away. We start by building the base. And the instructions tell you to build this upside down on the floor. So you see Nick put the wood grain down to the floor, and the pins, which are pre-installed, will be facing up. He grabs the sides of the base. You can see how he snaps them in over those pins, rotates clockwise about 90 degrees to lock those in. And you can feel once it's locked, it's stable. He does first one side, then the other. Then the base front. He's sliding this on from the front. It goes back over all 4 of those pins at the same time. Twist and lock. Okay, next, the instructions tell Nick to go get the lower back panel and place it on the ground. Notice he's got the fasteners facing upwards. The fasteners, the cam locks facing upwards. Now he's on the underside of the base, twisting and locking 2 of those that can be seen from the underside. Now he carefully stands the base up. You want to kind of support it as you do so. It's still not terribly strong, so you want to be a little bit gentle. He's grabbing an end panel. Lining up the first 3 pins, 2 facing down and 1 into the back panel. Twist and lock. Then he repeats for the next side. Now you need to select the middle back panel. These 2 panels will look nearly identical, except one of them has the cams along the top. That is the top piece. The one we're going to select does not have those cams along the long edge. Nick's going to start by putting 2 dowels into the weighting holes. Those will help this thing align as he puts it on. You can put that either way, as long as the cams are facing in. Over the dowels, push it over the pins, twist and lock. Now Nick will repeat 2 dowels, and notice as we line this panel up, the 2 cams we were talking about need to be facing up. Over the dowels, over the cams, twist and lock. noticed sometimes how he fishes to make sure his screwdriver is engaged in that Phillips screw that's inside that lock. Finally, the top plate, pins facing down. There are 4 places that needs to drop in. Hold it in place while you get those first couple cams twisted and locked. Okay, now it's on to assembling the towers. Okay, to assemble the towers, the first thing you need to do is to take the flat tower skins and form them in this display into 90-degree cuts. If you notice, when you look at the panel, there is a groove that runs the length. That's the fold line. On one side, you can feel it and hear it. The other side, it's smooth. You want to put it, Nick has it down with the grooved side down, and he's going to bend up from the smooth side. So watch what Nick does. He's just going down the cut line, pre-bending it into about a 90-degree angle. First on one cut, he'll come around and do the other side. Do that for both panels. Stand them up, making sure you've got the bottom edge down with the horizontal slot. Begin taking your canoe clips. Skip the top holes. Skip the top holes. We'll come do them later. Notice how Nick uses the hand holes to help his fingers get through. And he comes around to the other side and repeats. Very quick, very simple. Next, he takes one of the hubs, place it down on the floor with the smooth side up. Step your tower right over it until it reaches the ground. Then more clips. Then we take another one of the hubs, hold it down. You got to get this inside all 4 edges. Holding it from the middle, and then line up the holes and get your clips. And you see we progress all the way around. Okay, simple and easy. That's the tower complete. You'll repeat for the other tower, of course. Okay, to complete the assembly of the tower, Nick is mounting the lower flange. Doesn't matter which direction he faces it. The triangle, you know, there's no correct way. Just find the 3 holes. There's threaded receptors in the base. So it's a smooth thing. All you have to do is tighten with the screw driver. Once those are secured down, you want to put the hitch pins through the hole in each stem, one side to the other till it snaps. little note, be sure that you put the washer down over the hitch pin first so that the bearing is what's facing up to meet with the tower. Now Nick's going to mount a tower. And simply grab it, and you can feel or sight through these openings in the tower till you get the stem over the hole. Notice he's got one of the plungers up top ready to go through and down into the tower. Then there's, just like on the bottom, there's 3 screws on each one into awaiting thread holes. He's going to tighten them. Then, of course, we'd repeat for the second tower. The final step of the tower assembly is to put your pockets on. Notice the pockets come to you pre-bent, they're pre-folded. To put a pocket in, you simply, as you're approaching the display, kind of finish the fold. That's smart to do to kind of clean up your folds. The pocket always goes in top tabs first, rotate around and feed the bottom leg in, get it kind of queued up, and you must do it in one motion. You pull on the top while you push on the bottom so that it snaps. And that means it's fully engaged. So to repeat it, fold it, help the fold, share the slot in the middle of between the pockets. Once my bottom tabs are lined up, twist and lock. Repeat that for the entire spinner. Some people may want to put these on the ground before you mount the spinner. That's up to your personal preference. Okay, the final step is sign holders. Included with the display are the 2 sign holders, each with an adhesive peel. I like to put them on the sign first, set it up here, position it, stick it.